Hey there, today I'm going to teach you how to draw Raven from Teen Titans Go with her cloak off. So let's start with the eyes. Start with the eye on the right, starting in the inner part of the eye and drawing a curve to the outside. Now from here, I'm going to take this point and curve to the bottom edge of the eyelid, but leaving a gap on the other half. So starting in the inside just a little bit, I'm going to curve up to meet with that outer part of the eye. Now let's go ahead and thicken up the outer eyelash. So from the bottom, I'm going to thicken the outside of it and then taper in so it becomes thinner. And on the upper eyelash, I'm going to thicken it up as I go to the outside here. So let's just go ahead and just thicken up as we go up to the outside. And then just kind of clean that up a little bit. Now from here I'm going to draw the pupil looking towards that way. So let's start up here and draw sort of a circle. So it kind of gets tucked in underneath the eyelids. And up here on the top side we're going to draw a circle for the highlight. And then here I'm just going to draw a curve going out. So this is the darker part of the pupil. I'm going to color that in black. Let's go to this side here and draw the same thing. So here I'm just going to draw a point. I'm going to lead all the way to the outer part of the eye. So starting here, I'm just going to curve to the inner part of the eyelash. And then from here I'm going to do exactly what I did on this side, but flipped over. So we're going to come all the way down to right about here. So I'm going to put a point there. Starting on the outside, I'm going to curve towards that point. Let's go ahead and thicken up the eyelash on the upper side. So thicker on the outside. As it gets inside, it'll get a little bit thinner. So we'll just clean that up a little bit. And then on the bottom here, I'm going to do the same thing. So just thickening up the bottom portion of the bottom lash. Now from here, I'm going to draw the pupil, but I'm going to have to pull this inside part of the eye in. So coming down towards that point. And then I'm going to draw the rest of the pupil by drawing the circle in. Drawing a highlight on the top, so a little circle. And then like I did here, I'm going to draw the inner part of the pupil, the curve, and then coloring that in black. So go ahead and draw the nose. So the nose is pretty high up, and it's basically an upside down V. So going up and then down. Then just below it, we've got her mouth, so it's pretty close to her nose, but I'm going to have her frowning. So coming down here and just drawing a curve. Let's move on up to the eyebrow. So the inner part of the eyebrow here, I'm just going to draw a line. Then I'm going to curve up and then just straighten out as I get to the outside. And then from here, I'm just going to taper it so it gets thinner as I get up to the outside. And you can color that in black. Let's go to the inner part of this eye and draw a little straight line. And then again, flipped over, I'm going to go curve up and straighten out as I get up to the outer part of the eye. And again from here, just tapering that eyebrow so it gets thinner as I get to the outside. We'll color that in black. And in between the eyes, just above the eyebrow, is a diamond. So this is her gem in the middle of her forehead. So I'm going to draw a V, and then I'll draw an upside down V to finish that off. Okay, from here, now we can draw the hair. So let's move up a little bit above this diamond and draw a point. From here, I'm going to work my way out to the outside of her hair. So from here, I want to make my way to this point. So going up diagonally, but as I go along, I'm going to draw these little notches. Keep going, a second notch, and as I just get to the outer part of that eye, I'm going to stop. And then from here, I want to work my way up to the upper side on the left side. So going up in an angle, drawing a notch, and then going up to meet my finger. Now her chin is just about here, so I'm going to draw a point where her chin would be. And take this point here and just curve a nice curve all the way around to that point in her chin. Now from here, I'm going to have to drop down her hair. So she's got this long side part of her hair. So it's going to come down just past her eye, right below that point in her chin. Then from this point, I can just go straight to the side. Now from here, her hair gets round at the top and drops down to the bangs on the side. So from here, let's move over to this side. On the outer part of the head, slightly, draw a point. From here, I'm going to draw a line that goes straight up and curves around to the top of the head. So I'm going to put my finger where the top of her head would be. So let's draw a straight line going up, and then curving around that head, around the face, to where my thumb would be. So this is the top of her head. And then I want to come down to right about here. So doing a nice gradual curve. And again, I'm going to be coloring all her hair in black, so it doesn't really matter if I make a little bit of a mistake, because we'll color that in. So now that I stop right about there, I'm going to angle the edge of her hair in. So from here to here, I'm going to draw a straight line. But as I go, again, I'm going to draw these little notches. So like these little upside down V's. And then connect to that point. Here I'm going to do the same angle, going up. And draw a notch. And just continue on towards her head. Okay, let's get into the neck area. So just right of the center of her chin, I'm going to draw one line. And then another line for her neck. She's got a really thin neck. From the left side, I'm going to draw a straight line across. From the right side, I'll draw a straight line across. This is her shoulders. Let's work our way down to the elbows. So on this side, on the left, I'm going to draw a straight line in an angle towards the elbow. And then for the right side, I'm going to do the same thing, try to get the same height on the elbows. Okay, then from here, I'm going to work the arms down towards her hips. So here's her forearm at the bottom, so curving towards her wrist on both sides. From here, I'm going to curve to the upper part of the arm, like so. From here, I'm just going to curve down in the opposite direction as the bottom part of the arm on both sides. And I'm going to do an overlap here and draw a line going in the same angle as the top part of the arm on both sides, like so. Now that I have that, I'm going to draw the cuffs on her wrist. So here, I'm just going to draw a line on one side and a line on the other. Let's draw her fingers. So I'm going to really simplify the hands. So starting at the top here, I'm going to draw 4 fingers. So 1, a curve, 2, 3, and you can see that I'm sort of turning the fingers as I go along, and 4, and then from here I'm just going to curve the bottom palm of the hand. Let's do the same thing on this side on the right, but flipped over. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then curving out the bottom part of the hand. From here I'm going to take this front and just curve behind the hands. This side I'm going to curve in towards the center of the body. Now let's draw the hips. So from here she's got that big belt, so let's draw that gemstone in the center. So a big oval in the center between the hands. On the left of that, I'm just going to tuck in a smaller oval, and on the right, I'm going to tuck in a smaller oval. Let's go to the hips. So from here, I'm going to curve down to the knees. So the knees would probably be right about there. Let's make that a little bit longer. And then on the right side, I'm going to round out the hips as well. So doing the opposite. From here, I'm going to work my way down to the cuff of the ankle. So the pants would probably come down to about here. So I'm going to curve out on both sides, like so. Now here, the bottom part of the torso, I'm going to put a point. I'm going to draw a curve going out around this way on the right side, and on the other side, I'm going to do the opposite curve, going up. So in the middle here, I'm going to come down towards this side, so curving in towards the right, and then overlapping and curving again on the right side. From here, I'm just going to draw a curve connecting the 2 points. Over here, I'm just going to curve the bottom and just tuck that in behind the right leg. I'm going to move up a little bit here and draw the cuff of the pants. So one curve going up, and on the left side, curve going up. For the feet, it's pretty simple. So here, I'm just going to step in a little bit, go straight down. I'm going to round out the bottom to the toe, and from here, I'm going to go straight in under that pant. On this side, I'm going to go out in an angle and curve this around and tuck that in under that foot. Now here, all I need to do is just create the bottom part of the foot. I'm going to color that part in black. And here, I'm going to do the same thing. So curving up and coloring this in black. Okay. Now we can go in and color all the hair and the shirt, but one detail I'm going to probably forget if I don't do it right now, but is the highlight in the hair. So up here, start about this height, I'm going to curve up and then curve down. And from this side, I'm just going to curve up, going out. Now I'm going to do the exact same shape just below it, so curving up and down, and curving this way. Now I'm going to thicken this up a little bit in between, because I'm going to draw a thinner one just below it, like so. Now all this here gets colored in black, all this gets colored in black. Same with the shirt, leaving the cuffs, and that's essentially it. There she is. There's Raven Uncloaked from Teen Titans Go. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please make sure to subscribe and check out our Teen Titans Go playlist. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again.